Yo, what's going on, my Tickle, my funny bone fans out there? This is the new podcast, TMFB, Tickle My Funny Bone Podcast. It's your boy Jess, of course. You know me from the other podcasts and the shows and all that. But we got some special people on today for the first time. A new co-host, Miss Bambi. How you doing, Miss Bambi?
I'm good. How are you guys? Hello.
You got had a miss part in there, or just Bambi's fine? Like you let me know.
So it's Bambi naturally. She's dope, but I'll go by Bambi. That's fine.
Okay, okay, I
Mhm.
got you, Miss Bambi. Like I said.
That's cool.
But today we got a super dope guest today. Because this podcast is going to be all about comedians. You know what I'm saying, interviewing comedians, talking to comedians, where they coming from, where they going. I mean, we got a special guest on here today. From based in Philly, but then been all over the country, hosting, headlining, featuring, opening acts with different people. I mean, booking shows for other people like mine. You know what I'm saying? He got dates somewhere else, but he booking shows for me in Jersey. I mean, super funny. I met him back in like 2010 and between 2010 2012. And the first time I seen him on stage, he did a joke about it was a food joke, you know what I'm saying? The soul food joke. And that was the funniest shit I ever heard. And me and his brother been friends ever since. Now I mean, no further introduction. I'll introduce my man Toppfliight. Top, what's going on with you, bro?
Hey. How y'all doing? I don't even, is anybody watching?
Not yet.
No, not yet. So we talking to ourselves. Okay, all right, yeah, all right. This the first one. They don't know about it. They late. Come on now.
You got to hold the good stuff for like 20 minutes in.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
everybody, you know how they do.
Gotcha.
The shows are always late. You know that.
Always.
Yo, Top, man. This is the first time I really like sat down. We interviewed you before, but it wasn't real. It wasn't all totally about you. But today is going to be it's all about you, man. I mean, I got a couple questions myself. I know Bambi has some questions for you, but I want to start off with when did you first get into comedy? What made you want to become a comedian, man? Like, what made you figure that you was funny as shit?
First of all, it was the Wi-Fi connection that let me know I was funny because yours is not that good. You breaking up, bro. I ain't hear nothing you said. You freezing.
My bad.
So let Bambi ask the questions because apparently your Wi-Fi ain't that good. So what was he saying?
Okay, so basically what he's saying is like, what made you want to get into comedy?
Okay, all right, there you go. That was. It's gonna be a rough show. The first ones are the magical ones, but what made me get into comedy actually one of my best friend, Nate the landlord, he was a comedian way before I was, and just going out and supporting him. And I went to a couple of shows and I'm sitting there and I'm watching, and I just was like the opening acts. I was like, these dudes ain't funny, man. I think I could do this. And he sat down with me. He was like, yo, you're hilarious. Like I'm real reserved and quiet. So I was always nervous about, stepping out on something like that because I'm like, people ain't gonna be laughing at me. They're gonna be laughing at me. And I just didn't feel comfortable with it. And he was like, yo, I done got so much material from you. Like, you should really start digging and diving deep. So he was like, listen, try a show, give it your all and see what happens. So I was like, all right. He convinced me after a year. First time on stage, it wasn't the way it was supposed to go and be. So here's the bad part. Let me tell you the little backstory. I sold 295 tickets.
Wow.
To get on stage and completely humiliate myself in front of 295 of my friends and family. I
Wow.
bombed like crazy. My first time on stage, it went left. You know it's bad when your mother out in the crowd. Y'all ain't gonna be talking about my son. My mom was ready to fight. Fuck all y'all. Like, ooh, can I cuss? I'm sorry. I don't know if we cuss on here, but it wasn't good. I had no order, no structure. I was one of those, like what you're seeing now. A lot of people just like, oh, I could be a comedian. I'm funny around friends and family. Let me go ahead and try it. So to just fast forward, my second time on stage, I actually got a standing ovation because I took the time out and I took it serious. And Nate kind of guided me and helped me through. So I give all the credit and a lot of credit to him because I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for him taking the time out and nurturing me and giving me the game and just being straight up and honest with me. So that's how I got started in the comedy.
All right. So should I ask the next question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Man.
You got something, Justice?
No, go ahead. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this because I don't feel like having top crack on me all day long. So I'm gonna
listen, bro. Are you watching? Look how it's HD. She in HD. She high definition. She clear. And then you're buffering right now. You're this time.
That is funny. All right, so let's get this done and over with, right? There's so much talk in the media about Will and Chris, right? So I'm just gonna ask the question: have you ever had a situation where you let a joke, go out there into the atmosphere, and it's like, I wish I could get that one back?
For me, I don't put a lot of content on social media. A lot of stuff I tend to keep to myself for that reason. But a lot of stuff I get from friends and family. Just having conversation, like even right now, I'm gonna keep that HD versus buffer. Like it's just regular conversation. Is just that makes everything natural and funny, and it's your own. Everything I talk about is stuff I've dealt with, going through, or something that I heard from somebody else. So, and it's always my friends and family because I don't be around a lot of people. So when I tend to write different stuff or do different stuff, it's going to be about me and it's going to be personal. Like I'm going through a divorce. So a lot of my jokes now have been about, being divorced, what it felt like, what it looked like, marrying a white woman, getting, back dating again, trying that. Am I ready for it? Am I not ready for it? So all those different emotions, you find some way, shape, form, or fashion to make jokes out of. And a lot of people are going through the same thing. So it can be relatable.
Would you say that there's anything, though, that's like off limits that you wouldn't talk about on stage?
For me, no. I talk about everything. I got an autistic child. Talk about him. Talk about my divorce. I talk about my daughter. Like she hates it. I talk about my brother. I got some stuff in there with my mom. And I mean, they get it. A lot of times they end up laughing because they want me to do it. Like, my mom called me. I got this new joke. I want you to tell. You should say this. So it's fair game with my family. They love it.
Awesome.
Well, to go back to the question about Will Smith and Chris Rock. Look, you being from Philly, like, how do you feel like Will kind of reacted to that joke? Like, do you think it was a bad situation? Like, everybody's saying that he put himself in, to credit himself, like he's all messed up now. Like, how do you feel about that whole situation?
I think it was a bad look. It was bad on Will. It just was bad. He was laughing. Like, he was laughing. But I don't mean no disrespect or no discredit to women, but a lot of times, man, we got to feel like we got to prove ourselves. And I think that's what happened. He leaned over and looked, and his wife wasn't up to beat or laughing with him. So change the game. Now, like, oh, you ain't laughing? All right, well, I got to prove myself. So he's been embarrassed so much, you know what I'm saying, and dealing with so much. And I had asked this question, and I heard somebody else say it. A lot of people were saying he was protecting his wife, but when was she protecting him? When they were on a red table and embarrassing him and saying all these different things. Regardless of what August Alsina said, I get it. You trying to get in front of it, but fuck it. If we got an understanding and we know what's going on and we know the truth behind the truth, then ain't no need for us to get on here and talk about it. Now you got me on this red table. I'm crying. Now I'm going to be the next Michael Jordan meme for the next 6 months. Why wasn't you protecting me?
True.
Just my 2 cents. So it wasn't a good look, and he shouldn't have did it, but I get it. Depression is deep, man, and it's in a lot of people. And I think his bottle overflowed that day. and enough was enough. I don't even really think it was about Jada. I think that was just her facial expression or whatever she said to him just pushed him over the edge. And he was like, that's it. I got to do something. And what he did is, there's consequences with everything.
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of backlash from that. Do you feel like you were going through a lot of depression when you got divorced, or like towards the end of your marriage and everything?
I mean, nobody wants to get married to get divorced. And then the funny thing is, it only lasted 6 months. So like you don't. I wanted to do and have I wanted my marriage to work. I went before God. I did vows. I meant that. I stood on those. That's why I was trying so hard to work it out. I suggested counseling and going to counseling and trying to work it out and figure it out. But again, when two people aren't on the same accord, then, it ain't. When God get involved, it's like, all right, he told me to move, so it was time to move. But God does everything for a reason. I never implemented God into my marriage. So that's why it was what it was. So that's why we are where we are. So with that being said, I'm definitely going to try again, and I want to be married, and I'm going to go for it. I just know the next time. The next time it's going to be ordained by God. So he going to wake up and be like, hey, man, see that one right there? That's it right there. Go get it. Because me and him got that conversation. And when I left him out of it, I was like, I just wanted to do it because I wanted to do it. And here we are now, separated. Well, divorce is legal now. Motherfucker, got my paperwork. I'm sorry.
So how long have you been doing stand-up? I know you started like real rough, because I remember you back in 2012, 2010, 2011. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going on like 13, 14 years, man. It's been
what's that? OC Diesel?
Yep.
Actually met through him.
I've been around the block. I'm one of the OGs now.
So you all over the country, man. You meeting different people. You bring, like, you know what I'm saying? You meet different talent. Like, what is your expectation of yourself as far as the next level? Like, where you plan on going from here?
The thing about me is I'm humble. I just want to work. I just want to get in front of people. There's not no ceiling for me. For me, it's just when my phone ring and somebody want to give me an opportunity, that's what I'm looking for. Everything else, I set my goals and I accomplished a lot of it. I wanted to get on TV. I've done it. I wanted to be in front of 10,000 people. I've done it. Like, so, I have my own personal goals that I set with me and God, but far as to be like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to be the next Kevin Hart I just love making people laugh, whether it's a big venue or a small venue or, it doesn't matter. It's not like this, okay, you get here and then that's defines you. That's it. And if you have that mentality, and this is just my opinion, then you're once you get that, then what? Then you're gonna be stuck. But if you stay level-headed and humble and just appreciate every opportunity and treat it like, I'm gonna make this the best one. Like they say, you're only as good as your last performance. So
right.
It's interesting to hear you talk about, how you first came on. It seemed like it was a little later on in life than most folks that might say, oh, I was a class clown. And so, I just pursued this because I like making people laugh and, people enjoy me. Your start came a lot later on. So my question to you would be, I hear you talk about the adversity that you've gone through, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the past, and, you're going through a divorce, et cetera, or you're divorced at this point, right? So my question would be, like, what would be some advice you would give to like those up and coming comedians that are just trying to get their foot in the door, but they're dealing with adversity?
The best advice I can give them is save your money. That's it. If you're funny, you're going to be funny. But in order to get to certain places and go certain things, it's costly. And that's what a lot of people fear. Like, that's what a lot of people aren't willing to do. In 2016, I had my team, and I love them to death. They like family. Nate, Dark, all of them. They looked at me like I was crazy because I invested in myself. I took like it was about $12,000. I saved up. I was saving, and hustling. And I conquered Philly. I was like I had every show, every room, you name it. I was on every show. Toppfliight, North Philly, Toppfliight, West Philly, Toppfliight, Northeast, Toppfliight, South Philly. So it got to a point where I was like, it has to be something bigger than just this. And when I started seeing other comedians doing things in other places, I wanted to go. So the only way to go, if I hit you up and say, hey, Miss Bambi, I see you do a show in Oklahoma. Guess what's going to happen? I'm going to hit you up. I'm going to ask you to come, and I don't want a dime. Just give me 15 minutes of your time, and I guarantee your money back. You'll have everything to gain and nothing to lose. So I have to book a flight. I got to book a hotel, and I got to get to your show, which is now going to cost me. But when you small-minded, you'll view it as, oh, man, it's going to cost me $500 to go do a guest spot. No, not really. It's going to cost you $500, but when Bambi see how talented I am, and maybe 4, 3, 5 months from now, guess who's going to give me a call? Because I believe in myself that much. So imagine doing that and over here, over there. So now, fast forward to now, guess who's touring like crazy?
Right.
Why? Because I believed in my talent back in 2016. So you build that rapport and you build that relationship. So the best advice I would tell any comedian is save your money and get out of your city. It's easy to put a show together when you the man. Everybody gonna come, they gonna love you, but that's gonna be it. I can put a show together in Philly right now in like 2 weeks. I guarantee I'll sell it out because I'm never home. Everybody wants me to come home. Like, Flight, you don't never be home. I love my city, but it's bigger places. It's more to do. I just sold the Punchline out. I did the Punchline about 2 months ago. And,
twice, right?
And yeah, sold it out twice. Yeah. So just in that shows that if you stay humble and you stay true to yourself and believe in God and just jump out on faith. Steve Harvey said it best, man, you got to jump. Don't be afraid to jump. Right. Forget what everybody say. And everybody looked at me like I was crazy. Like, what? I ain't spending no 10,000. I ain't spending $2,000. Okay, cool. That's fine. You don't have to, but I am. And then now when you look up and you see me on Facebook and, damn, boy, you stay on a plane. Well, remember, I jumped.
All right.
Exactly. Awesome. Speaking of, because you on tour right now. You're actually in Arizona, correct?
Yes, I am in Phoenix, Arizona. I've been out here the last 3 days. Last night's show was amazing. Oh my God, it was dope. It was packed. It was love, and I got a standing ovation. They showed so much. I bought merchandise and they bought it all. So stuff like that lets you know. And then tonight's show is sold out. So it just goes to show that, I love what I do. And my tour is called Minding My Business because that's what I'm doing. I'm just minding my business and out here grinding. That's it.
So would you ever think about, I talked about, giving advice to up and coming comedians, but what about like teaching the craft? Like people need to learn, like these are the basics. Would you be interested or consider doing something like that?
Yeah. And the funny thing is I've done it, but what I've learned, and it sucks, man, and I hate it. Everybody that you give the game ain't true. I done molded and helped so many people to now they're blossoming, and it's like, oh yeah, well, fuck Flight. I don't need them no more. Mm. So it kind of deters me from wanting to help, but then I still find myself doing it. There's a couple comedians that's out of town that, they got that hunger, they got the drive. So I was like, listen, I can't pay you, but if you can get here, come on. And there's a couple comedians. Matter of fact, one of the dudes I got opening for me, he opened for me this weekend. And then I got another guy that's coming to Atlanta with me next weekend. So again, just giving them an opportunity to get in front of promoters. So I say I don't do it, but then God pushes me to continue to help people. So whatever their business or agenda is with me, as long as I'm being true to them, whatever they do with the information that I give is totally up to them.
Cool.
So,
So I can keep going with the questions. You still there, Justin? Oh, okay.
I'm saying, actually, you mentioned about being on TV. You have a special that's streaming right now too, right?
Yes. Just check. We are at 500,000 views.
Awesome.
From here to overseas and everything. We got people in London watch the special who's left comments. And I mean, yeah, you're going to get the pluses and negatives, but overall, everybody enjoyed the special. And I've been getting a lot of feedback like, hey, man, when you going to do your own special? Because you really stood out on that. And I'm hearing this from people.
It wasn't just you. Who all was on the special with you?
Nah, it was me, guy named EJ Nonstop, the guy named Don, Christian, dude named Sean. So it was like 4 or 5 comedians. We all decided to come together because we collectively came together to put something together versus each individual. And I respect it because everybody put their egos to the side and we was like, let's work together to get this done, to get it on a bigger platform versus, well, you doing it, he doing it, I'm doing it. You got 5 different mindsets. Why not all of us come together and try to do something collectively?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's rare. Like, how rare is that? Like, how often you get everybody like different comedians to come together like that and contribute to one good special? Right. I mean, is that like any other business or any other business in this industry, any other genre in this industry? Is comedy cutthroat like music? Is it like real hard?
Yeah, man, it's a cutthroat business. I mean, what I've learned is if you do business right, you don't have nothing to worry about. If people ain't for you, they ain't for you. Like even with Tickle My Funny Bone, I don't worry about King. Why? Because I've been nothing but genuine. I've been 1,000% with him. I haven't lied. I haven't schemed. I haven't tried to take nothing off the top. Everything I do, he knows. I inform him. So I have built that relationship with him where we trust each other and we communicate. And it's no different from any type of relationship. If you communicate, then people will believe in what you're doing. And I turned it into a business. Believe it or not, he don't even know. I learned a lot from him with watching him because he talked about back in when I did his first show, he went to the ATM because he only had 3 people there.
Right.
I was like, sir, you still gonna give me my money? I need my money. I don't care.
I remember those days.
Your mama
those rough days, boy.
he was like, yeah, let me. This was when we used to call it Mac machine. Let me run to the Mac machine. Let me run to the Mac machine. Go ahead to the Mac machine, bro. And in that moment, when you see something in somebody, you take the time out. It will be selfish of me not to give the information that was needed because I knew he needed help. He needed some guidance. And not saying that I know it all, but I was like, this brother got something special. He's missing something. He's missing certain pieces. And here we are years later, we damn near selling out every show. Comedians done tried to backdoor him. Hey man, listen, I can do it for $1 cheaper. You giving him 5, give me 3. And he was like, nah, I'm standing on loyalty because this dude has done nothing but been straight up and honest. So I say that to say this, with working with him, it made me branch off and turn it into a business. A lot of people don't know. I have like 1, 2, 3, I have 5 other rooms that I book.
Yeah, you were talking about that before,
in the city and out the city. So, like, I'll use you as an example. Bambi, you got a room, and again, Ohio. I book your room. You give me a budget. I'll send you the best talent. You ain't gonna have no worries. You're gonna have great shows. You might get a dud every now and then. You might get a GJ. But overall, you'll have a great show. And everything is on the up and up. And I've learned that with doing it, I turned it into a business. So you tell me what you need. You tell me what you want. You say, listen, I do 6 shows a month. 6 shows in a year. Okay, let's work out a contract. Let's come up with a budget. And here we are. Every month, you got a lineup. You call me, within 15 minutes, you'll have your lineup. That's how fast and effective I work. Don't worry about no deposits. Don't worry about nothing. I'll take care of all that. Don't worry about it. Just when it's time to pay, just send me the budget. I'll make sure everybody gets their money evenly and everything is divvied up. I'll send you a screenshot of who got what, and you can kind of see where the money goes. And I produce and I take care of myself. And you be like, yo, it's less work I got to do. Because what definitely happens a lot of times is comedians will do for each other, but if you call, you're not gonna get the love. We show love to each other.
And I definitely know that. But and like I said, the loyalty is there because I get a lot of comedians too. Like, yo, I need to get on your show. I want to get on your show. So you got to holler at my man Top. Like Top, unless it's somebody, like an opener or somebody somebody want a headline or a feature, like you got to holler at Top. I said, he's my man. He booked my shows. He booked all my comedians. I got no problem with it. And they said everything's on up and up. There's no issues. If there is the problem, we work it out within a day or two or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you worked out the same night, like the last show. Right. Somebody didn't show up, but we had somebody there. Boom, get him on stage. Everything kept flowing. You know what I'm saying? And they said you wasn't even there, but things just kept moving, which is right. Like we got that relationship. We've been doing this thing together for about 5-6 years.
5-6 years. I'm about to say, even your husband. He called me a couple times and I lit a fire underneath him. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, stop playing around. You got talent. You got something going on. Like, you sitting on it and you wasting it. And he was like, yo, you lit a fire underneath me. He called me to do one of his family functions and he was like, get all of them. And I was in there shooting fire. He was like, yo, I want to get back in it. And it made me think of King. And I was like, you know what? I think I don't know. Let me see. Let me fill it out. But I think y'all two together would be something dope. And those two been working out as well. So.
Yeah, and it's nice to see that you guys like play off of each other like that, and everybody basically eats. You support each other, comedians, that you already have those connections, Flight, and it just works. And it's nice to see, especially Black men, be able to, share the knowledge, share the stage, and just make sure that everybody is good. So I love seeing it.
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy because you go back. I just had a meeting. I was telling people like, when it comes to this business, I pride myself on being straight up because you don't get anything, you don't gain anything from cheating other people because it's gonna come back to you. So you build those type of relationships, you build those bridges, you want to keep that. You know what I'm saying? You meet good people in this business, you want to rock with them because they're gonna be with you through the long haul, through the good, the bad, and the ugly. They're still gonna be there because y'all good with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even personally and business wise. Like I know a lot of stuff about you personally, people don't know because we brothers like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is a beautiful thing, but we need more people to be like that in the Black community. That's the only way we're gonna build. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna turn this into a political thing. You know what I'm saying? We'll get back to you, Top. You're in Phoenix this weekend. Next weekend, actually, no, you in Phoenix, then Alabama on the 13th, 14th in the Georgia, 15th and back in Jersey, and then 16th through the 19th, you're back on the West Coast, Phoenix and Vegas, right?
Phoenix and then Vegas. Yeah, I'm in Tucson now, but then I go to Phoenix next week. I'm doing a Puff Puff Laugh. That's oof. I'm not looking forward to that. I damn near died last year because they be literally in there smoking while I'm on stage telling jokes, and I got asthma. I can't smoke. Like, I literally sat in the car. So I told him, he was like, yeah, you gonna sit in the car again? I was like, you goddamn right. Y'all ain't gonna have me up here dying. I almost died the last time sitting in the green room and all that smoke was just coming in the vents and everything. But it's a dope show, man. It's real dope. That's why I agreed to do it. And I love the promoter out here, my guy Reds, man. Real good brother.
No doubt. So you got a flyer on your page so people can go in and see the rest of your dates for this month, which is really, really busy. You know what I'm saying? You're barely home, which is you're working. You know what I'm saying? Staying busy, staying on the show. Now, how do you come up with that slogan?
It came from my mom. My mom, a lot of times when I was traveling a few years ago, she had mentioned it. And I was like, it's kind of catchy. Because I would always say just taking off. And she was like, well, where you going and what you doing? I was like, well, I'm traveling here and going there. She was like, well, that's good. I'm glad you staying busy to stay out of trouble and keep taking off. And I was like, I kind of like that. So, now I done LLC'd it, so she can't sue me. But my mom is like, I need $30. I gave that to you.
What about the name, your stage name? Like, where did that come from?
Again, at work from and it's funny, I did an interview and she's like, oh my God, I didn't know it came from me. So when I first got into comedy, I started noticing a lot of comedians had nicknames. So my first show, I was like, well, I don't want to be Tyrese. Like I just, because again, I'm reserved. I don't want people to, it was like my Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, quote unquote. So one day I do security. I work at a hospital. I ain't gonna say what hospital because I don't want them to get me. But so me and Nate, we running down the hall because something was going on. Somebody was fighting or something. So we zoom past one of these nurses. And she was like, oh God, here come top flight security of the world. And I was like, Because right in the midst of her saying that, we was just talking about it. And I was like, yo, top flight. I like that. Like taking off. Because I'm getting on planes. I'm be out of here. Like I just want to take off. I want my career to take off. And Nate was like, well, Google it and see if somebody has the name or something like that. And sure, somebody had it. But I got creative. I was like, Top Flight. I'm gonna put two eyes on it. Black people, you know how we do.
Yeah. 2 P's and 2 I's.
2 P's and 2 eyes. Don't nobody got that one, sucker.
There's always a way, right?
Oh, we find a loophole. We don't play around. So, and next thing I know, the name and the brand just grew and elevated, and here we are now, man. It's just amazing. There was a lot of people that came in my life and a lot of people gone, but I appreciate all of them.
So besides the comedy, I know you talk about the brand. I know that you actually sell some other merchandise. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about the start of that?
Sure, yeah. Basically, so I can kind of show you. I don't know if you can see it, but
no. Barely.
There you go. It's a little small, but I have, like I said, I do have a son that's autistic. I have an autistic child. Actually, this is Autism Awareness Month. Mm-hmm. I'm real heavy in the autism community. I do a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that I don't talk about that I do. Autism Awareness is definitely one. I just shot my special when I was at Punchline. I had flash drives for sale. I have a clothing line that to stand busy, to stay out of I'm about to say I got a shirt in my bag. I'll when I get a chance, I'll sneak out. I don't want y'all to see how junky this hotel. I'm junky. I don't care. I throw it everywhere. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me get the shit. Hold
on. Top crazy. Yeah.
It ain't that bad. It could have been worse.
So I do have my clothing line to stand busy, to stay out of trouble. And like I said, I have my flash drives. We got hoodies. We just launched a sweatsuits and shorts and all those different things. Me and my manager, we're going to speak it into existence. I want to do my fashion show. I'm so interested in it. I've hosted a bunch of them, and I'm just like, you know what? It's time for me. I think I want to do my own, where we can really take this clothing line to another level and really get, the brand and the marketing out of it, because I got celebrities. Everybody is hashtagging my saying. Everybody's saying it. Yo, man, just stay busy to stay out of trouble. And I'm right. Okay, all right, it really caught fire. And even when I put it up, we got so many orders. It was just like through the roof. Even now, still, like, people are ordering things online. You can go on there, and I bring my merchandise with me. This is I bought 20 shirts. I got one left. So
That's a blessing.
last night
Definitely.
was dope. So now I ain't gotta have no check bag. Look at God. Come on, Jesus, want to get.
So, Top, tell us what was one of your best shows that you ever had, and what was one of your worst shows that you ever had besides the first time you bombed?
The best show I ever had was when I was in Houston to perform in front of 10,000 people. Like, it was just people everywhere, like every corner, that was hands down, because the jitters and the nervousness, and it went away as soon as I got on stage. It was like, and a lot of people don't notice, I'd be nervous every show. Like, I'll let y'all know a secret. If y'all ever see me at a show and you see me walking from one side of the room to the other side of the room, to the back of the room, to the left of the room, that's me nervous. I'll be nervous as hell. I'll be trying to find stuff to talk about and things to do. And I'm like, if I sit still, I don't know where my brain gonna go. So I just find myself moving around. I'll start talking to this person, and then I'll be like, I don't want to talk to you no more. And then I go over here, hey man, I'll be texting King, hey man, how many people coming? Where they at? Like, I'll be nervous. So that was hands down the best show when I performed in front of 10,000 people. The worst show, oh, thank God. And I ain't gonna jinx it. See, I'm not answering that, because then tonight gonna be fuck around. No. Oh. So nah, we gonna ride that high. We gonna stay with just that one. We ain't gonna answer that second part. Cause it'd be my luck. I'd be like, that goddamn King.
So how do you keep it fresh? How do you keep your jokes fresh?
What I've learned is I keep it fresh with people like at King Room. That's why they love me, because they never get the same. I try to bring as much different as possible. I use that as the workout room. Reason being, because a lot of times these places I'm going, these people never saw me before. So it's not real good to go in trying a bunch of new stuff when it's people that may not even like your old stuff. So when I do King Room and my regular hosting gigs, like I got the room in Violin and a room in I was going to say Bordentown. Man, I missed that room. Jesus,
right? Bordentown.
Wellingboro. Those are the places where I try to keep it fresh, because we have regulars and people that come on a regular, and they'll let you know, you said that joke 2 weeks ago. Like, so I try to come and bring the new stuff. Let me work on this and let me work on that. And those are the rooms where I polish. So if I do got to double back and go somewhere, okay, yeah, now I know I was here before. Let me switch it up and do all the new and keep it fresh this way, versus, keep coming with the same thing and the same thing and the same thing. Because, people let you know, Bordentown, I keep saying Bordentown, the Ewing, New Jersey crowd, they'll let your ass, we don't want to hear that. He going to say this. Like, yo. So that's why they love me. That's why they respect me, because they like, yo, we come to see Top. Like, a lot of times they don't even know half of the comedians. They like, who? We bring in Bambi. Who is she from? Okay, well, you gonna be there? Right. All right, that's all I'm worried about. As long as you there, we good. And then when you get there and you kill it, it just makes it that much better.
It's more solidified. It's that's one thing I pride on our show, is that I know my show and Jermaine's show is that when you bring in comedians, I really don't. I like, yo, like, you know who this is? People ask me all the time, do I know who the comedians are? I was like, nah. Like, you don't? Like, they give me this look like, why you got him booked? Like, I said, my man Top. Like, if you booking them, then I know they're funny. Like, I can trust his judgment. Like, that's my man. Like, once in a while we get one to slide to the crack, like your boy from what's his name? Your boy from Boston. Once in a while we get one that slides through the crack, but majority of the time, like, they come through, they tear it down. Like Spunky started becoming regular because people love him. You know what I'm saying? Nate, they love Nate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when people come to the show and like, yo, this guy like never been before, but tears this motherfucker down. Like Eddie been up here a couple times too. Like they love him up here because they come through, they tear it down, and people never seen him before, but they respect the craft. They laugh their ass off. They enjoy the atmosphere. Like we put together a package, like that's like damn, it's so perfect. Motherfuckers can't deny it. You know what I mean? They can't deny it. Like, yo, why you want to come to this show? You know what I mean? And they love the fact, especially when they do the birthday thing. Oh man, they get a kick out of that.
I'm not going out there. As soon as they get up there, they be like, "Oh shit!" They be like, "Wait a minute, you was just so reserved and church going and holier than thou. Look at you."
Now they twerking and all and more shit, right?
So how do you keep track of all your jokes? Like you got the fresh stuff for the, the regulars, and then, there's some the older stuff that you're probably a little bit more used to because you've used it here and there. Like how do you track all of that and keep it in mind?
I'm talking on it right now. These cell phones are everything. They do everything. I'm pretty sure soon these phones, we're going to be able to have sex with them. A lot of people out here fucking their phone. Because think about it. I mean, think about it. If you left home right now, right, and you didn't have your phone, you could be 5 minutes away from your job. All day, what you gonna think about?
Your phone. Yeah, that's true.
So it's this device right here. You put everything. It knows that our phones know more about us than anything. So I put it all in my phone. There's little like apps that like I recorded my set last night, just my vocals. I just did the vocal, and I sometimes come back and listen to it. Okay, maybe I changed this word and critique,
Okay.
This or that, and so these phones do everything. So. Like I said, I wouldn't be shocked if they have a STD app on here. Pee in the middle, and then just put a little bit of pee in the middle with a camera, and we'll let you know if you're burning or not. So
that's fresh stuff right there.
Yeah, hey, listen, you heard it first.
So
I can see it now. Motherfuckers phone like, dude, why your phone wet? Oh yeah, no,
like, phone smell like pee. Like, what the hell are you doing on your phone?
Why your phone smell like pee? Shut up, goddammit. Shit, I had to check to make sure I was good.
Oh,
had to get that test.
See, just that fast, and that's a joke. See how just regular conversation, and when you're natural, man, it's just something in you that you can make light of everything. So I'm definitely keeping that. So if you hear that, don't tell nobody. You be like, I know that, Joe. I know what you said.
You have a podcast too, right? That you do, right?
Yeah, I am on the big exclusive podcast that I do. We do every Tuesday. I signed up with them brothers, and like I said, just another platform, man. I'm just learning how to. Marketing is everything, and the more people that get to know you and what you're doing, the easier life can be sometimes. So with that platform, it allowed me to, reach a new market, touch a new people. He has a lot of viewers that normally watch and tune in. So when I branched up with them, the chemistry was just crazy. Like, big shout out to Big Exclusive. We've been friends for a while, and I've done a lot of interviews, and he called me and was like, yo, I got the perfect opportunity for you. Nobody else. If you don't do it, then I won't get nobody else. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm with it. Let's do it. Every Tuesday, cool. So we signed up. I signed the contract, and boom, it was history. We've been rocking for like the last maybe 5-6 months, and every show is just heightened. Like even when I'm out of town, they be like, yeah, you still can stream it. So
I'm gonna say you go live with them. You out of town and stuff. So.
Yeah, I was in Boston Tuesday, and they was getting on me. They was like, you in that nice ass room, and you ain't got no girl. You ain't gonna get no. That's a room you got to take a girl with. I was like, I ain't got no groupies, man. I'm riding solo.
He ain't got no groupies.
I don't. I ain't lying to listen.
Yo, so you did a special. Like, do you have anything planned up? Anything planned in the future for another TV special or any other network you're trying to get onto?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like I said, I'm not walking away or frightened by anything or any opportunity. If it's for me, it's for me, and I'll be ready for it. I think what I'm doing now, what I'm learning is I want to get TV ready. So a lot of my jokes, I am starting to get rid of a lot of cussing. I've been tapping into the clean market now, doing more church shows and more church events, because it's one thing to be ready for TV, but if you ain't TV ready, you can't go up there with the MFers and the mothers and the lovers and the brothers. And so I had to be honest with myself. I'm not ready. And it's hard for a lot of people to admit that or say that. And then when the opportunity comes, and they drop the ball and they fumble, and then it's like, oh, well, you blew it. You had your one shot. So me knowing, why not take this time now to start getting ready? So that's why a lot of the jokes I've been working on is more geared for TV.
Absolutely. I know we talked about this before, but how do you feel about like these internet comedians compared to like stand-up comedy? Like, what's your opinion on that? And would you ever do it? Would you ever do any skits like they do now? Like, would you ever like participate in those type of skits?
I've been asked a billion times. I don't like it, but that's the new wave. That's the new thing now. But what a lot of these dudes are realizing that it's one thing to chop and edit and cut and piece and then put it out, and you look phenomenal. But when you're on stage, it's raw. There's no pause. There's no stop. There's no do-overs. Like, I just heard, I was watching a video, T.I. got booed at the Barclays Center in front of 20,000 people. Imagine 20,000 people booing you. You know how hurt?
Yeah, he was there yesterday. Yeah, he had the show. Actually, I met the guy that one of the guys that put that show together. He did go rapper to comedian, but I didn't know he got booed though. Like they booed his ass.
He got booed, bro. I mean, they was Apollo booing. Like, I think the lady with the old Jane curl, she was in the front. What you know about that? What you know about that? Like, I think she was there. That's how bad they was booing that boy. But I mean, a lot of these dudes are getting in it for the wrong reason, because it's quick money. Because they putting the asses in seats. So they're using their fame, you know what I'm saying, to utilize something that, you know what I mean, they're not familiar. Look how many people came and went. Arsenio Hall, Kid and Play. Kid was doing it once upon a time. You had a couple other ones that, you know what I'm saying, they came and then they was like, where'd they go? So once they realized that, you know, this ain't for everybody. And some of them have actually been successful. DC Young Fly, Just Hilarious. Like, some of them really took the craft real serious, and they transformed into a real life comedian. So in some aspects it works, and some it just doesn't.
Would you ever see yourself stepping outside of comedy, like if other opportunities present themselves? I mean, you mentioned Arsenio Hall, and I'm thinking, Arsenio did a few things. You know, he had his own little show, and, you know, he was doing interviews and things like that. Would you consider that as an option for you?
Sure. Again, right now, like I said, every opportunity is an opportunity, and I'll jump on it. And if it's for me, then by all means, let's rock out. Let's do it. Like I said, I mean, I actually, in a process, I just might, I'm not sure. She did send me an email and send me the script, possibly maybe doing a stage play. So acting is definitely something I'm interested in doing. I've done quite a few stage plays in the past and love them. I love the challenge, even though they keep casting me as the comedian. I'm like, I don't want to just play the comedian. But it's cool. I make the best of it. So small parts eventually turn into big. And that's how I view it. So a seed, you look outside and you see a tree, but just remember, once upon a time, that tree was the seed that was planted.
Sure.
No doubt. Actually, I'm pretty back off your question, Ms. Bammy. Like, say for example, if Nick Cannon called you for Wildin' Out, would you jump on that platform?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I would love to. I love him. Listen, you know my improv game. You know I love coming off the cuff. That's one of my best assets is just bang, bang, and I do it respectful and tasteful. That's the difference. I don't make nobody want to come on stage and punch me in the face because everybody think it's open season now on comedians. Like, yeah, I'll come up there and punch you in the face. I'm not rich, so I'll punch you the fuck back. The other dudes is rich. They got fucking money. Like, they can punch you and be like, here, take this little couple dollars and get out my face. Me, on the other hand, every time I see you, we fighting. And one of us probably gonna end up going to jail, and we gonna have to do a fish fry to get us the hell out.
Raise the bail money, raise some lawyer fees.
Right. So it ain't even worth it. Don't even come up with the nonsense.
No doubt. So you said you got somebody sent your screenplay for as a comedian. Would you want to like pursue any other roles, like serious roles, anything like that?
Yeah, always, man. Like I said, I believe in challenges. I'm all for challenging myself. That's why in my craft, I've done nothing but just every year, you notice I keep elevating because I keep challenging myself. I don't want to get complacent or just satisfied with what I'm doing. Like I said, last year I counted. I set a goal to do 140 shows. I did 160. So This year we trying to go for 200. So it's just keep pushing the bar to always continue to elevate. And that's a lot of damn shows in a 365-day year. Yeah. So literally I was like literally every day. Even like I said, this week, I think I got one day off. So I got a show tonight, show tomorrow. I'm off Tuesday. And then, no, I'm off Monday. And then I got a show Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's like, it's work. So you can't pray for something, ask God to give it to you, and then complain when He give it to you.
Does that affect your time? Like your because you mentioned you had a son. I also know you got an older daughter too. Does that affect your time, your quality time with your kids at all? Like they understand what you're doing?
It does, but what I've learned with being a parent, I took what my dad didn't do, and I just reversed it. Communication is everything. When you talk to your kids and you let them know, like they follow me on Instagram, I follow them. Like, thank God for social media in some aspects because they know I ain't lying. They like, my dad be like, I used to ask my dad, hey man, you coming to my game? Oh man, you ain't gonna believe this. They made me do overtime. They made you do overtime, nigga? What? So I would resent him for that. Now me, on the other hand, when my son is on my live and he see that I'm in Phoenix or he see me on the airplane or he understands. And plus these kids nowadays, they don't want to do nothing but play PlayStation and smoke a little hookah and get their little pee-pee wet. That's it. Like, my kids don't want to hang with me. I'll be like, hey man, you want to get on a plane? Get on a plane. Ugh, I could die doing that. Like, so first thing my son asked, they got Wi-Fi? Huh?
No, go ahead, finish, and then I'll ask you a question.
So for me, my kids are older, but we talk every day. I FaceTime them, I communicate. So I'm not. You can have an impact from way on the other side of the world if you just take the time out to let them know what you're doing, what's your expectations. Because one thing I want my kids to see is anything in life you got to work for. And
absolutely.
Child support is kicking my ass, so I let them know. Look at miscellaneous deduction on my paycheck.
The garnishment. See that garnishment thing right there?
Garnish, right?
Numbers,
so listen,
numbers behind it.
Exactly, and they get it, and they see it because I don't sugarcoat it because I don't got to lie to them. I keep it a bean. Listen, is it okay for me to go pursue my dream? I ask my children that. Dad, go for it. Like, who am I to tell you to go chase yours if I ain't out here chasing mine?
Right.
It's awesome. Absolutely. So you just now said, you're pursuing your dreams. And my assumption would be that at some point comedy became your passion. But before that, you were doing what you needed to do to live, right? Mm-hmm. At what point in time did you have to make the decision to I would assume that it's like fear that keeps a person saying, I'm going to keep doing that regular, 9 to 5, let's say, because I know that this money is consistent and I know what I'm going to be able to pay my bills, etc. But at some point you had to like leap, right? You had to jump out and say, I'm going to just do what I need to do because here's where my passion lies. How did you get over that? Like, how did you get through that?
Uber.
Uber? Okay.
Listen, I wish I could lie. When I left my job, I was like, this it. But there's certain days when I don't have shows. So guess what I'm be doing? I'm gonna turn this piece of equipment is my job. And I utilize everything. Like I said, those are the times when, I still work at my job. I just work per diem hours because I need health benefits. My kids need health benefits. So again, when you communicate, my director comes to my shows. There's no way in hell you've been here for 17 years. Let this job give you something back. And that ain't nothing but God. I tell people that. They be like, how you still work and you get all these days off? Ain't nothing but God. Because I talked to my director and I was like, listen, here's my letter, but here's what I want to do. I don't want to quit, but I can't keep calling out and y'all fire me. He pulled me to the side. He said, listen, I came to your show. I see your talent. I see what you're doing. You've been here 17 years. Let this job give you something back. A lot of jobs not going to do that. But when you implement God into something, God spoke to him to speak to me and told me, listen, we're not going to let you go. We're not going to fire you. If you need time off, let me know. Even if it's within 24 hours. If you get a call and say, hey, you got to come to Chicago tomorrow, go. I don't want this job to hold you back because I believe in your talent.
That's awesome.
And that wasn't a coincidence. Like I said, God is my dog. That's my home.
Yo, Top, it's been great talking to you, man. We appreciate you coming to the first
ain't no problem.
Taking My Funny Bone podcast. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it.
As a guinea pig, unfortunately, we got to test this thing out.
Yeah, well, you need to test your Wi-Fi. You better reboot it or change the password. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call your wife and tell her to change the password because the password is Tickle My Funny Bone, number one, because you ain't getting good Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I had to tell my kids downstairs playing the games and all their phones on Wi-Fi. I'm texting
yo,
get
them
off
when
the
you
Wi-Fi.
Go on your podcast to turn it all off. God damn it.
I had to text get off the podcast, get off the Wi-Fi.
You need to put the caption under because your lips moving, but the words is coming out 20 minutes later. I'm going to have to read the bottom. My kids is downstairs playing the PlayStation. You out here looking like a Chinese movie. All right, let me get off of here. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all so much. Bambi, stay beautiful. King, keep being the king, brother, and keep being amazing. I love y'all. Y'all be good. I'll see y'all soon.
Got some shout outs?
Shout out to anybody and everybody that Jesus loves because he loves you. Boom.
Absolutely, man.
Awesome.
Appreciate you, bro.
Stay busy to stay out of trouble. And I'm minding my business, bitch. I'm out.
Bye.
Yo, man, that's a dope interview. How you feeling today, though? What's going on with you? How you doing?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Thanks for having me. This was fun.
No, but thank you for coming on. I was talking to Bishop like, yo, you think you're to come on and you know what I'm saying, work with this podcast, something new, something different.
Yeah.
And Bishop crazy. He's like, she'll do it. I said, are you going to ask her first? Are you going to talk to her about it? She's like, nah, man, she'll do it. I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever.
I should have said no. Fool him, right? Joke's on you.
Right.
No,
thanks. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on. We got a whole lot more comedians to be interviewing. So everybody out there that's viewing, make sure y'all be on the watch, on the lookout, because we coming with a whole lot of more fun, a lot of more talent, a lot of more people. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be out here that's out here, and we want to bring them to, you know what I'm saying, introduce them to the world because we believe in them. You know what I'm saying? They come to our shows, you see them at different shows, and they funny as hell, and people need to see that. You know what I mean? So Taking My Funny Bone podcast is just the first one, first of many. Me and Miss Bandy gonna be doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? But
definitely.
Shout outs before we wrap it up.
I'm just gonna shout out anybody that follows me, supports me. My husband, I want to give him a shout out. Hey, boo. And then everybody else that supports you guys. That's what's up. I'm glad that again that you guys are working together and doing great things. And don't wait for a recording of a show to see what happened. Get your ass in a seat, buy a ticket,
That's right.
get there.
That's right. Buy them tickets in advance. If not, I'm charging more at the door.
Exactly.
You know, matter of fact, next show is coming up April 30th at Ewing, New Jersey, at the Ellis Lodge. So it's April 30th. You see the information, you see the invite on Facebook, you see the flyers out there. Get in touch with me, Bishop, or my man Big J. You know what I mean, for tickets. Also, we got a show coming up June 4th in Chester, PA. You know what I mean? Comedy and cigars. So make sure y'all come through for that. That's in Chester, PA. Just real quick, shout out everybody, like I say, all the fans, everybody come out and check the shows and have fun with us at the shows. You know what I mean? And family, friends, everybody support, wife, kids, everybody support everything we do. You know what I mean? So Ms. Bam, like I said, I want to thank you again. You know what I'm saying we have fun.
Anytime.
For the next one.
Anytime.
All right.
All right.
Peace.